Mirror work doesn't work because you're looking in the wrong mirror. People look at themselves, but you aren't in the mirror. There's only a reflection, and the reflection isn't real. True mirror work isn't about looking at yourself. It's about disrupting the reflection, because the mirror doesn't show you. It shows what you believe. And when that belief changes, the reflection changes too. But not in reverse order. In 4 days, you'll see the person in the mirror hasn't changed, but you have changed. And that difference changes everything. But first, what did you feel the last time you saw yourself in the mirror? That feeling is your reality, not the reflection. Part 1. Why mirror work doesn't work for most people. Mirror work is talked about everywhere. YouTube videos, TikToks, Instagram posts. Look in the mirror, say affirmations, love yourself, manifest. But most people try it, and it doesn't work because there's a fundamental misunderstanding. What does the mirror show? People think, the mirror shows me. No, the mirror shows what you believe about yourself. The difference is crucial. Let me give an example. There are two people. Both are looking in a mirror. The first person looks at their face in the mirror and sees, I'm beautiful. I'm radiant. I'm confident. The second person looks in the same mirror and sees, I have flaws. I'm not good enough. Something is wrong. The same mirror, different reflections. Why? Because the mirror doesn't show physical reality. It shows mental reality. When you look in a mirror, your brain does this. It takes the image. It filters it with its own beliefs. It shows you the filtered version. So you don't see yourself. You see a version of yourself that reflects your beliefs. Why do most mirror works fail? Most mirror work says, look in the mirror. Say, I am beautiful. Say, I am successful. Repeat. Believe it. But the problem is, when you say, I am beautiful to the mirror, you also see the person in the mirror. And if the person in the mirror doesn't fit your definition of beautiful, the brain is shocked. It says, you're lying. This person isn't beautiful. And the affirmation collapses because visual evidence beats verbal affirmation. That's why most mirror work doesn't work. You're saying positive things, but the brain is seeing negative things. And the brain believes what it sees, not what it says. What is real mirror work? Real mirror work isn't about changing the reflection. What's important here is changing the perspective. Think of it this way. You're looking at a photo. You look sad. Option 1, try to change the photo. Impossible, the photo is static. Option 2, change your perspective on the photo. This isn't sad, it's thoughtful. The second option works because the photo doesn't change, but your interpretation does. The mirror is the same. The reflection in the mirror won't change, but how you interpret it will change. And when your interpretation changes, the meaning you give to that reflection also changes. And when the meaning changes, your feelings change. And when your feelings change, your behavior changes. And when your behavior changes, your reality changes. As a result, the reflection also changes, but as a result, not as a cause. Why do most people do the opposite? Most people do this. Let the reflection change first, then I'll believe it. But it's the opposite. Belief changes first, then the reflection. Because the reflection is the result of belief, not the cause. Example. When I look beautiful in the mirror, I will feel beautiful. No. When I feel good about myself, I will see beauty in the mirror. The second statement is the correct one. You need to continue feeling good about yourself. The easiest way to do this is to accept what will happen from the start. Because when resistance decreases, the mind relaxes, the body loosens, and life flows more smoothly. Acceptance is not giving up. On the contrary, it is letting go of the effort to control and starting to move from the right place. Remember, everything begins as a thought. Then this thought turns into knowledge. Knowledge influences your behavior. Behavior turns into beliefs. And belief eventually turns into a tangible reality. So the life you see is actually the outward reflection of the system you have built within yourself. If you accept from the start, the process doesn't become more difficult. On the contrary, everything becomes clearer, simpler, and more understandable. And then you realize, life isn't forcing you. It's simply shaping itself along with you. Chapter 2. 3 Mirror Illusions. Mechanisms that trap you. In mirror work, people fall into 3 major illusions, and each one renders the work ineffective. Illusion 1. The mirror shows the truth. First illusion. The mirror shows the truth. I look in the mirror. Everything I see is real. But this is an illusion, because the mirror shows the reflection of light, not the truth. Example. You are in a dark room. You look in the mirror. You see nothing. Do you say, "So I don't exist"? No. You exist, but there is no light, so there is no reflection. Now you turn on the light. You see yourself in the mirror. Do you say, "Now I exist"? No. You already existed. Now there is a reflection. Reflection equals not reality. Reflection equals the interaction of reality with light. And light, metaphorically, means attention. The more attention you pay, the more reflections you see. But what if you don't pay attention? There are no reflections. So the mirror doesn't show the truth. It shows what you pay attention to. Illusion 2. If I change, the reflection changes too. Second illusion. If I change myself, the reflection will change too. If I smile more, I'll look happy in the mirror. This seems true, but here's the trap. Because trying to change equals rejecting the current situation, and rejection creates resistance. There's a rule in psychology. What you resist becomes permanent. So when you say, "I'm not happy, I should be happy," the "I'm not happy" part strengthens because you rejected it. And what you rejected attracts your attention. And what attracts your attention grows. Conclusion. The more you try to change, the less you change. Because the effort to change means correcting the current situation. Illusion 3. The mirror shows me. Third illusion. The mirror shows me. I look in the mirror. The person there is me. But this is also an illusion, because you are not in the mirror. Only your image is there. Do a test. Look in the mirror. Raise your hand. The person in the mirror also raises their hand. So this is me. But wait. The person in the mirror raised their right hand. You raised your left hand. So this is not you. It's your inverted version. Okay, but it's still me. No, this is a reflection. And a reflection is different from the original object. You are 3-dimensional. The reflection is 2-dimensional. You are moving. The reflection is only reacting. You exist. The reflection needs you to exist. Reflection does not equal you. The result of 3 illusions. What happens when 3 illusions combine? The mirror shows the truth. If I change myself, the reflection will change too. And the person in the mirror is me. When these 3 come together, a battle with yourself begins, because you're trying to change yourself. But the you in the mirror isn't changing, and this stresses you out. Why am I not changing? Why isn't it working? But the problem isn't that you're not changing. The problem is that you're trying to change the wrong thing. You're trying to change the reflection, but what you need to change is your perspective. Chapter 3, the 4-day Looking Not Reflection Protocol. Now, the actual mirror work. 4 days, short but profound. Day 1, breaking the reflection. On the first day, you will only do one thing. Say something about yourself without looking in the mirror. Without looking in the mirror. Example, wake up in the morning. Don't go to the mirror. Close your eyes and say, I feel good today. Then look in the mirror. What do you see? Most likely, you don't see what you said, but that doesn't matter because you said it. The mirror didn't show it. This is a small but very powerful change. Normally, it goes like this. You look in the mirror till you see something, till you feel according to that thing. Reflection to feeling. But now you've reversed it. You feel to. You look in the mirror to reflection doesn't matter. Feeling to reflection. Do this 3 times on the first day. Say something before looking in the mirror. Then look. Watch the reflection, but don't pay attention to it. Day 2. Reinterpret the reflection. On the second day, you will interpret the reflection in the mirror differently. Look in the mirror. See what you see. But ask yourself, what else could this reflection mean? Example, you look in the mirror. You look tired. Normal interpretation, I look bad. I'm tired. Awful. New interpretation, I'm in a period where I need to rest. My body is telling me something. The same reflection, different interpretation. Or, you look in the mirror. Your hair is messy. Normal interpretation, I look awful. New interpretation, I look natural. I'm relaxed. I'm free. Throughout the second day, change your interpretation each time you look in the mirror. If a negative interpretation comes to mind, stop and find another interpretation. Without forcing it, just look from a different angle. Day 3, look. Beyond the reflection. On the third day, you will learn to look beyond the reflection in the mirror. Look in the mirror, but this time, don't look at the face. Look at the eyes. For at least 1 minute, just the eyes. And ask, who is behind these eyes? The face changes, the body changes, the hair changes. But what is behind the eyes? It doesn't change. That you doesn't change. And that you is not a reflection. It is the observer of the reflection. On the third day, every time you look in the mirror, look at the eyes for 30 seconds. And remember, the reflection is temporary. The observer is permanent. Day 4, the first, I am not a reflection moment. The fourth day, the deepest moment. Look in the mirror and say, this reflection is not me. I am the observer. Say it and feel it. The reflection is there, but you are not the reflection. You are the creator of the reflection. And the creator is not the same as the created. At the end of the fourth day, you will see the person in the mirror hasn't changed at all, but you have changed. And when you change, the reflection takes on a different meaning. You no longer look at it as me. You look at it as a reflection. And this freedom changes everything. Important warning. This is not self-rejection. Here's a warning. Saying the reflection is not me is not self-rejection. On the contrary, it is freeing yourself. Because when you are trapped in the reflection, you change as the reflection changes. A bad day to bad reflection to bad feeling. But when you are free from the reflection, even if the reflection changes, you don't change. A bad day leads to Bad reflection leads to you still feel good because you are not the reflection. After 4 days, you will see this very clearly. Mirror work is not about saying affirmations. It's about changing your perspective. The reflection doesn't change, but how you interpret the reflection changes. And when the interpretation changes, the feeling changes. When the feeling changes, the behavior changes. When the behavior changes, reality changes. And when reality changes, eventually, the reflection changes too. But the reflection is the last step, not the first. The first step, perspective. If you like this video, write, "The reflection is not me," in the comments. I wonder how many people will actually understand. Subscribe. In the next video, I'll talk about the consequences of freeing yourself from the reflection. Don't miss it. Thanks.